Well, coming up on Saturday and Sunday is our annual Miracle Weekend Telethon benefiting BC Children's Hospital. All week we're showcasing doctors, patients, and the facility itself and the remarkable work that everyone is doing. So we're joined now by Dave Ingram, the Chief Project Officer for the rehabilitation of the BC Women's and BC Children's Hospital site. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here.
Very welcome.
So we've been talking about it for so long. It's hard to believe that we actually are getting close to it, not being finished, but certainly getting to the stages where things are being built. So let's talk about the beginnings of this project and sort of look back at why exactly this was needed.
Absolutely. The building that we're currently delivering acute services on in the campus was built more than 30 years ago, and a lot has changed in 30 years.
Yeah.
If you think about surgery as an example, we are now performing life-altering and life-saving surgeries that would have been science fiction back in 1982. But a lot has changed in that time. We may need more members of the care team, we may need more equipment, we may need more technology, and all of that means we need more space.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things that we hear from, because we obviously are in the hospital a lot with the stuff that we do here, and everyone talks about having, one parent can be inside a room at a certain time, things like that. And when you're going through some of these situations that are, very dire,
Absolutely.
Having the whole family together means so much.
Something we're working really hard on from the perspective of patients and families is to create what we call a healing environment. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means, for example, every child having their own single private room. It means all of those rooms having natural light coming into them, and it means, exactly with your example, having purpose-built family space there where parents can actually stay overnight with their children.
Yeah. Where are we at in the project? So give us sort of the timeline of what we've got done so far and where we're going.
We broke ground back in 2014.
Yeah.
That allowed us to start on the initial excavation work, through into the foundations, and then to the structure of the building. And in April this year, we actually reached a fantastic milestone, and we celebrated the topping off of the building. Now, topping off means that we're at full height, the structure is complete.
Yeah.
Our attention will now move to the inside and creating and finishing those spaces where we'll actually care for patients. And we'll be caring for patients in the new Teck Acute Care Centre in late 2017.
So that's, now a lot of people, if you've driven by that area, you can see it. We're showing actually some models of what it all is going to look like when it's eventually finished. It's been a challenge, obviously, working on that site when you've got a running hospital right next door. So just talk about the challenges in sort of doing everything together.
If you do a greenfield project, which means there's a bare piece of land and you build a building on there, that's one thing.
Yeah.
This is described as a brownfield project. We're building around existing buildings and we're building around an existing hospital campus. We've got to make sure we think very carefully about the construction process to make sure we don't do anything to disrupt care.
Right.
So, for example, last year we had at one point 70 concrete trucks coming through that site for the largest pour we did. That's got to be very carefully orchestrated to make sure it doesn't interrupt any other traffic on site.
Yeah, no kidding, because that's a busy area.
That's a busy area.
That's going on for sure. Now, when the telethon rolls around and people start, we're going to try to highlight some of the things that are about the new hospital. And you mentioned the caring environment inside, and that's one of the things I want to talk about, because there's a lot of things going on, like murals, paintings, things like that. When you walk in, you're going to try to make it so the patients can be aided in their recovery by what they're seeing around them.
It's another great example of creating a healing environment.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, hospitals are terrible places.
For sure.
No one wants to go to hospital, maybe with the exception of the birth of their child.
Yeah.
So we want to try and make sure that we're creating an environment that helps put people at ease, that calms them down, and interior work, artwork, all those things can help create that environment.
Well, it's quite an exciting project, and I know you got lots of work ahead of you, so thanks so much for bringing an update on where we are, and we'll see you on Miracle Weekend. Should be a lot of fun. All right, again, it's happening, of course, this weekend. Kicks off at 6:55 this weekend on Saturday night and goes right through until Sunday, so make sure you join us for Miracle Weekend. And for more details, miracleweekend.com is where you can find it.